All right, so welcome to 35 to 1 Roulette Cruisin. This is Sunday night spins. We spin out a few strategies. I chat with you guys here in the chat. We see if we can go through about 4, maybe 5 sessions. We start with $1,500 as our bankroll. We see if we can make some money or see what kind of points we might earn while playing. All right, so let's get started here. So Mike wanted to see the BES strategy again. Kind of wanted us to run through that. So let's see, we're going to take that $1,500 and I think we're going to buy in for $300 with that one. All right, remember, cash on the table, your CPAS card, they scan it, give it back to you. That's how you get your points on the cruise. All right, so there we go, $300. And we're going to be playing this with $2 chips. So that they're out of the way. So here we go. So we got $200 here. They're $2 a piece. And I got to do some rearranging here. Just ran up here just long enough to partially get everything set up. So let's see. So there is 280. Let's see here. All right. So there it is. So there is $300 in $2 chips. All right, so let's see how it goes. I don't think it really matters what I'm spinning here, but let's warm the ball up a little bit. Maybe we can get a bad spin out of the way here, out the gate here. All right, so the setup for it, we have, let's see, there's 6 chips. There's 5 chips. I'm just showing you what the bets are. And then there is 11 chips, okay? So we bet... we're going to go even for 11 chips. We're going to go high, which is the B. The B is the big, E is the even, S is the streets. So B, we're going to go even with it. We're going to bet all of our even streets. Okay, so as you can tell, there's 2 even numbers on each of these streets. So we're hoping for an even to hit. Obviously, hoping for the street to hit, and then the jackpot would be big, even, street, okay? All right, let's see. Steve's on here. Happy Sunday. It's been a while. Yeah, I've been like all over the place here lately. I had 2 cruises, 2 weeks in a row, and then just today or this weekend we had to work on my dad's place a little bit, and kind of, you know, one of them things you deal with when you have a parent pass away. Just kind of personal business comes first. All right, so here we go. So we got it started here. And so let's see how many spins we can go with it. Let's just see if we can do anything. Obviously, we're going to try to go 10 spins at least with it and just see how it goes. And then we'll dive off into what Jason wants us to do. He's got a big one up there he wants us to try out. Okay, so 2. We lost all the streets. We lost that big, but we did hit the even, so it's a push. All right, so we're just going to reset. There we go. We're reset. Let's see. Steve says got off of Wonder last month, 12,500 points. Star next Sunday. Man, Star is a great ship. I mean, I wish I had more than whatever it was. I think it was a 4-night or 3-night or 4-night. I can't remember. 4-night. It's a 4-night because I got extra points for that going on that one. All right, so 16. So there we go. So we hit the street and we hit the even, but we lose the big. Now that's going to pay 11 to 1. So there is 10 and there is 11. And then there's 11 chips here. Let's get us a couple extra chips here. All right, there we go. Now we're just going to reset. So we've hit 2 evens in a row. Let's change it up a little bit. So we're going to go odd this time. And we're going to do the odd streets. Okay, so there's 6 odd streets, and then there's 5 chips there. We're going to go big, and then this is what we brought back to our rack right there. So, all right, there we go. Let's go odd this time because we hit 2 evens in a row. Spin number 3. Now you said that it'll be even. Uh-oh, I know. I shouldn't even talk. You know, That, you know, exactly what you said. It hit 22 even. So we lose everything. We got that. Now we lose that right there. So that's the 12 chip loss right there. Steve, you are correct. No, Jason said. Who said that? Oh, Jason said it. Jason said it. And that's why we lost, because I said it. We're going to go odd. Now we're really going to screw things up. All right, again, 11 chips. 1 chip on all these odd streets. And we're going to go big. Let's see. Just hope it's 20. Yeah. Yeah. All right, here we go. Let's see what happens here. This is us 4 spins in. And 19. Look at there. Man, we hit the jackpot with that one. Okay, so that's going to pay 11 right there. So there's 11. There's 11 chips right here. And then 5 chips right there. That hit them all, didn't it? Odd, big, in the street. All right, we didn't screw anything up. All right, we're going to go even this time. Bring that back right there. Bring that back here. Let's go even. And let's go small this time. So now we're going SES. You know, and this is what you can do with these kind of strategies. I mean, you know, they're not locked in to only play the big even streets. You can kind of play around with them a little bit and kind of go where you feel it might hit, you know. So I hit even right there, so 36. I should have left it big. All right, so we lost. Oh, that shouldn't have been 5. That should have been 5, not 10. All right, because I screwed it up, I fixed it. Okay, so all that is a loss. And there is that one right there. And this should be 11 chips right here. All right, let's see what we got. Too high on the small bet. That's right. Thanks, Jason. I caught it, of course, after I spun. But anyway, I'm going to play it like I should have. Let's go odd this time. We're going to go odd. We're going to go 5 chips. Keep me straight now. Let's go odd. We're going to go odd. Now we're going to bring all this back to our rack here. All right, so this is a $44 average bet is what we have going. Did I move a chip? I don't think I did. So $44 average. It's not bad, but we got to get on a good run. All right, so we lost all the streets. That should be a push. All right, so there it is. That's a push because they hit the odd. We're going to stick with it. And then 5 chips right there. All right, y'all make sure, if you don't mind, to hit that like button for me. Switch to even. No, I'm still on. No, wait. Even. Yeah, you're right. Crap. What the heck? Oh, Lord. Shouldn't have never moved. Well, we hit those 2. We lost to even. Let's see. Let's see what we end up with right there. That's a push. Well, you was right. All right, let's back up for a second. Let's reset here. Let's see. So we hit odd. Happy mistake it was. Yeah. Okay. Let's see. So we've hit odd. We hit even. Let's switch in. So let's go 5 down here. Let's go even this time. And 2, 3, 4, 5. There's 10. There's 11 right there. Yeah, happy mistake, like Bob Ross up here with his painting. Did I move a chip? Hello, all new here. Hey, Swifty, how you doing? Glad you got to join us tonight. All right, here we go, 6. All right, so we hit the even, we hit the street, but we lost the big. All right, so there is 11 to 1 right there. And then here is another win of 11 chips right there. And let's switch it up a little bit. We're going to go odd this time. So we're going to go odd streets. That should be 11 right here. And let's switch ends with it. So we're going to go big. So big, odd, streets. So BOS now. All right, let's see what happens. We are 9 spins in. I might have missed one. We might be 10 spins in right now. But anyway, we're at 9 spins. Everybody cross your fingers that we get this last hit right here. And 4. Well, y'all didn't cross your fingers hard enough. Somebody didn't cross their fingers. That's a complete bust. All right, so we got to go one more. Let's see, there is 10, there's 11 right there. And let's see, we're going odd. Here, on the odd streets there. See if we can get it back. Let's see, Swifty. Let's see, Jason, oh, I'm putting 200 on 20, oh Lord. Swifty, my wife and I love this game, but she doesn't know I'm learning stuff. Uh-oh. I crossed my eyes. Yeah, can't cross your eyes. All right, 15. All right, what do we get? Oh, we got the odd. We lost the big. And let's see. So that's the win on that street there. So that's 11 there and 11 there. All right, so that's a $44 average. Let's go ahead and rack it up. So we went 10 spins with the BES strategy. And our buy-in was $300 for this strategy, for this session here. So we went $300. Let's see, what do we come out with? So that should be $40 there. So 40, 80. Let's see. So there's 100, 140, 50, 60. So that's 40, 50, 60, 70, $72. All right, so we profited $72 right there. So we went up 372 out. Our average was $44 the entire time. We didn't press anything, whatever. And we went 10 spins with it. So in the course of those 10 spins, let's say we earned 45 points. All right, so we're going to say 45. Let's make it easy. Let's just say 50. Let's say they were generous and gave us 50 points for it. All right. Okay. So let's see. See if I can make a mess here before the night's over with. I feel like I'm rushing for some reason. I don't know why. Maybe because I ran in the house and set everything up before we got started. Okay, so we was out $372. So we're gonna say there's 50 and 70. All right, we'll say we tipped a couple dollars there. All right, so there we go. All right, so let's look back up. Let's see what Jason wants us to do up there at the top. If y'all don't mind, scroll up. Y'all help me walk through this this strategy Jason wants us to try out. Let's see, it's up there in the chat. Okay, so he says he wants us to go 30 spins. I don't know if we'll go 30, but we'll try to go 10 to 20. All right, 30 spins of Romanoski grower, 50 on any outside. So he says $1,000 buy-in. So are we playing with green chips on that one, Jason? 8, 9, 10. All right, so there's $1,000 right there. Sounds like 50 on 2 dozens and 20 on two corners. But it sounds like we can start out with some greens there. All right, let's do that. We're gonna start with some greens. All right, there is $25 chips. It's $500 a stack. Let's see, you need 20s for 20 on the corners. Oh, we'll do that after we get our first win. How about that? All right, so according to what he says 50 on any outside. When that hits, 50 on 2 dozens. Okay, so we're going to pick $50 on any outside. You tell me where to put it, Jason. All right, tell me where to put it. We want to go even. Our last spin was 15, so it was odd. 15 black was the last spin that was on there. Follow the ball. Last was odd. Okay. All right, here we go. So we're going to go odd. He wants us to go odd on it. All right, first spin. Somebody help me keep up with the average. Right now we're at $50. Spin number 1. Let's see what happens here. So he says, when that hits, you do $50 on 2 dozens. All right, 17. All right, so that's a win right there. Let's see. We're going to pay. Let's pay it with red chips. Let's just go ahead and get us some reds here. So that's $50. Okay. All right. So there we got our red chips there. We're going to take 2 over here. All right. Now we're going to go 2 dozens. Let's go away. Let's because 15 then 17 hit. We're going to say it's going to go on the outside here. Okay. Probably made a mistake. All right, that's 2. Now we're at $100, so $50 for the first bet. Now it's $100 on the second bet. Uh-oh. 19. You said follow the ball. Shouldn't matter, but I would follow the ball. Yeah. A little late on that one. All right, so let's see. Let's start over. So $50, so we hit 19, 17, 15. We're following the ball again, staying with odd, or you want to go with red? Red, odd, big. One of those 3. Go red. Okay, here we go. All right. But, you know, to be honest, we're not in bad shape because we only lost $50. So we got $1,000 to work with here. So a lot of chances. Let's move that. I think I did. All right, red. There we go. All right, so there's that. That's that win. All right, here. And what's the second one? We're going to go here. The last 2 to hit. Let's do that. Let's follow the ball. Let's try to keep up with it. So we hit there, then it hit here. So, yeah, okay. So 1, 2, 3. This is spin number 4. Okay. All right, 3. Bingo. Okay, so there is that there. Okay. Now he says after this hits, 50 on 2 dozens. So let's stick with the 2 we had here. And now we're going to take this 50 back to our rack. Now we got $50 in red. And he says, and 20 on 2 corners. So we're taking $10 back. We're keeping $10 for 3 spins. Okay, he says now 2 dozens and 20 on 2 corners in the 3rd dozen. All right, how about that? You good with that? Stagger them right there. Do you want me to flip them? Or you don't want overlapping, I'm sure. All right, if you want me to change it, let me know before the ball drops. And we're only going to do this 3 spins. I think that's what it said up there. Good, okay. Spin number 5. A little bit of a challenge to keep up with it, but it ain't that bad. Uh-oh. 0. I mean, you know. That's how the ball falls sometimes. Okay, how are we going to follow the ball on this one? What did we hit a minute ago? We hit 3. All right, where you want it? Survey says, let's go low. Okay, right there. All right. All right, everybody following along, and if you don't mind, hit that like button for me. I got to get in a more of a routine here. My people watching is kind of low tonight. All right, 31. Of course it would be 31. I mean, you know, or else would it be? All right, so now we're at another 50. Let's go high. Oh, black. Okay, black. Okay, there you go. Perfect timing, Jason. You just be ready to tell me where to place the bet every time the ball drops. And 27. And I lost that. Okay. Next bet. Survey says low. Okay. No, big. Okay. No, you said LOL. I almost read that as low. It says LOL big. Wait, did I move one of these? Who cares? I moved one anyway. $21. There we go. All right, now we're off to a good start. So we hit here and we hit here. Okay. All right, 12. What the heck, man? Like, geez. This is one of those bet big, lose big sessions, I think, Jason. We got to get something going here. Going red. All right, this is spin number 10. $350 per stack, so we're at $700. So we're down $300 right now. And 12, red. There we go. All right, so we hit here, and I think it hit here. Patience. Yeah, don't give up just yet. All right, what does Swifty say? I think football is on, so everyone is on the couch. Okay. That's probably what's going on. I mean, now, you know, football season has started up. Lord of mercy, 12 is, all right, 12's our hot number tonight, just so everybody is well aware. All right, I need to get $50 in red chips here. All right, so there is 50, 50, 50. Okay, so here we go. We're going to go here, here, and 20, and 20. Now we're back. We're back to our first spot. The first time we got to step 3. Back in the same scenario. Last time, it didn't work out very well. So let's see what happens here. Come on. All right, 22, so that's a push. Now, are we moving it, Jason, or we're going to keep it all the same? Oh, I've got 25. You are correct. We could have got paid more. So we should have had a $10 profit there. $10 profit. Because that should have been 20 and 20, so there's that $10 profit. All right. 35. There we go. All right. I'm going to do my calculator here. So that's there's 4 chips there. 40, 40, that's 80. So that's $160. Is that right? $160. Man, I almost had that before you typed it in. 150, 160. All right. Now, we're going to leave it where it's at. I got to do another $20 somewhere. Or do you want to change it? You want to keep it where it's at? Keep the same bets, going 2 more. Okay, so he said keep the bets the same, going 2 more. So let's see. So we know we brought $50 profit back. At least. Yeah. I think that's about all we got off of that, ain't it? It's 140. It's 160. But we'd keep the 20 there. A little bit of profit. All right, so that's another $10 profit there. All right, so that's 2. We're going, are you wanting 3 wins on the corners or just 3 wins anywhere and then reduce it back down? Is that what you're wanting to do? 1 more. Okay. All right, 8. There's another $10 profit. Okay. All right, so we're going to reduce everything back down to our initial bet. So in total, we earned about $70 profit. Black on 50. Okay, so black. Okay, 50 on black. All right, we're going to bring all the rest of this back to our rack. That kind of replenished a little bit. Yeah, so we're at 800, 850 plus this. We're about $100 down right now. All right, 14. All right, so we lost the black. All right, 50 again. I'm gonna go red. 50 on red. Okay. All right, here we go. Well, it wasn't black or red. 0. All right, where's our next one? Go ahead and get the ball spinning here. We're gonna go red. All right, 50 on red. No more bets. Come on. There we go. All right, so there's that. So we hit here. What did we hit a minute ago? I think it was here. 1st and 3rd. I think that was our last two spots. I need to get me a display board. That would sure make this a lot easier. Or I could write them down. I mean, you know, I don't think we're going to need that. Let's see. 31. There we go. All right, so we're going to go ahead and pay that with green chips there. Okay, so we're going to bet there. We are going to go there for 50 and 50. And 2 bets of $20 a piece here in the middle. Okay. All right, we need to get one of these middle ones to hit because that's our jackpot. So when it hits this step 3, we've got to have it hit here to really make anything. I mean, we make $10 on the other 2 profit, but the middle would be our best spot. 22. Oh, Lord. Okay. All right, that was 20 spins right there. Let's try 10 more. It's going pretty quick. Just let me know where to go before the ball drops. So it's 22. I think you probably want to go black. We're going to go black. There we go. All right, 6. All right, let's see. Had profit on the layout. Yeah. All right, so there we go. So we got that. So we had here, and I think it was here. Yeah, because we hit 22 and missed. So we're going first dozen, second dozen, $50 a piece. Wait, I think we're on 22 now, ain't we? Yeah. All right, 20. There we go. All right, so we're going to pay that with greens. So we had here, and there's 20 and 20 again. Spin 22. All right, Bob, thanks for keeping up. Sometimes I lose count. Trying to read this, trying to do that, trying to pay out. Sometimes it's hard. I forget these sometimes. Last sequence, 3 spins to go. All right, here we go. Let's get it. There we go, 32. So let's see what our profit is right there. So it's 160, right? So there's 100. There is, let's pay these with reds. How about that? So that's 20, 40. So there's 160 right there. And we're going to rebet. So 50, 50. There's that. So it's a $40 profit. All right. That's the profit for hitting those corners, one of those corners over here. So it's a $10 profit on these dozens here, $40 profit over here. All right, let's get a bunch of those. All right, 5. All right, that's $10 profit right there. That's 2 of them. See if we can get one more. Jason, I almost would just leave this and let it run until it loses. I mean, I know you like to bring it back. I mean, I get that. Well, I guess because we know we're in profit for the cycle, I guess you could say. All right, another $10 profit. So because we're in profit already, I would almost let it run. And he says, no, lock in those profits. And, you know, that's the difference. You know, somebody knows what they're doing and me trying to break the bank. You know what I'm saying? All right, so here we go. So next bet. Starting back at 1. Pull it out, count it up, happy days. All right, we got 5 more spins to go. Let's go 5 more spins. Because we got to recoup some money because I think we're still, I think that's that. So we're still down $50. End it. Okay. All right, he's saying pull the plug. We don't need to risk losing any more than we need to lose. All right, let's see what we got here. So 500, there's 100 right there. We started with 12 or 1,000. Jesus. So there's 500. There's 100. So that's 600, 7, 8, 9. So $950. All right, so we started with $1,000. We're out for $950. Let's see, we went 25 spins with it. Now we started with a $50 average, but we bumped up to $100, and then it went to $140. Bob's saying 25 spin average of 94.4 is what Bob's saying it is. So let's go with it. Let's be one that says let's say we got a $95 average. So 95, that'd be 190 plus another 40, give or take. So let's say 230. So 230 points for the system for this session here. So 200 and let's say 240. So 240. Everybody good with that? Let's see. Difference twice at 140 for 3. Yeah. So we all, you know, we were good. $50 then that 100, which probably even with that $50 and 100 out there. So I kind of like that average there, Bob. I'm going to go with it. So $240 or 240 points over that session. And let's see, 900, 6, 7, 8, $950. All right, so there is that. All right, let me rack everything up here, clean everything up a little bit before we move on to something else here. Let's see, that one's a little short one. That one there. All right. And there's that. All right. There we go. All right, what we got now? All right, thanks, Jason, for kind of showing us that one. You know, that big of a bankroll. I mean, you could do that with on the $10 table easy enough, I guess. You'd have to break it down a little bit better. May have to go $20 with it per bet. So let's see, Bob, good points for $50 down. That's right. Justin, how you doing? Did you get the strategy I sent you? Justin, I've got about 6 or 7 strategies in my email right now, and just kind of work through them. I do 1 or 2 a week. It's kind of what I'm doing with them. Let's see. Let's run that 24 plus 8 with a twist. Let's see, 15. Okay, so Jason's saying you can run this last strategy $15. Yeah, but $15 really does suck for your average. Yeah. So you kind of need to have, build it up a little bit. But $50 might be a little steep for most of us. So it's definitely something we can break it down a little bit better. Let's see. Now, if you play on with dollar chips, it'd be pretty easy to break it down. Let's see. What are we doing here? That 24 plus 8. What did we buy in for with that one? Because I think we had 60. So we got to get $500. We're going to go $500 with it. I'm going to play with red chips. So here is $500. And I had somebody send me something today, commented on the video, and said, hey, instead of pressing the dozens up, he said take those 8 numbers and actually change it to corner bets, to 2 corner bets, and increase those. So let's see what happens. So our bet is going to be $60. What did we hit last? 6. So it doesn't really matter. All right, so $60. And then we're going to go $40 on the other dozen here on the 8 numbers. So what did it hit? 6. Okay. There we go. Oh, I'm liking the hearts. I appreciate it. There we go. We're growing. We got more watchers on here. Must be some football getting over with. Your team might have lost. Or they could have had a big win. Now you're wanting to celebrate on here and throw in all kind of super thanks and all that stuff. All right, so that is a 4 chip? What's that profit on that? I think it's 4 chips. I think it's a $20 profit. Okay, so there's that $20 profit there. So now, let's do what somebody had suggested. Let's see if I can make that work. So now, he says go take those 8 chips, make 2 corners, or did he say splits? I think he said, let's see if that splits. We got 4 splits. And we, all right, so now there's 3 chips on 4 splits. Let's alternate them. How about that? Now, what it's going to do. Now we're at $160 average with the bet. Now we just added $20 on there, so now we're at 100. And yeah, there it is, Andrew. I see it now. I said splits, but corners would do it. Okay. now what it creates is a push on these 24 numbers here. And let's shift. Okay. Now we're going to shift. We're going to follow the wheel, kind of what it's doing here. Let's see if we can catch it on a repeater. I'm okay with push. You know, I'm perfectly fine with a push. It'd be nice to have the win, but you know, hey, the more spins we can get out of it, the more points we can churn, and especially at 100, we're now at $180 an average spin. You know, that's good. But unless you hit 7, which is not covered, and you lose all that, and you know, perfect. You know, I mean, where else can we have something not work out other than right here? All right, so there is 60. I'm not going to press it. I'm not going to go up on my bets now. That's 8 right there. All right, so we're just hoping we can survive. Yeah, and like Justin says, a push is a win on the ship. It is. But you can't have too many of those busts, because we're only 4 spins in, I think. All right, 21. Okay, 21 is a $20 profit there. So let's take those. And that's 3 chips, right? 3, 3, and 3. Okay. I want to see one of these hit. That's going to pay 51 chips. That's 12 and 12 is 24. 27, 30. That's 33 chips. Let's see. All right, so that's a push. I'm not going to move it. I'm going to let it ride. Any luck on finding any recovery strategies yet? You know, other than me dropping back and doing like a 6th Street strategy or the yin and yang or the 7 chips to profit. Those are kind of my, the ones I kind of play that kind of recovers a little bit. All right, 23, bingo. All right, so I know those are 12, so we're going to take those off right there. Let's add all this up here. That should be 51 chips, right? 3 times 17 is 51. So there's 3 right there. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right, so there is 40. Here is 51. Okay, so we didn't recover everything we lost, but we are going to rebet it. We're going to let it ride. All right, so 10, and we're going to go 12 and 12 and bring the rest of it back to our rack. Okay, what did we hit? 23? Can't really shift that too much. Let's see if we can get away from it. This is like playing. Okay, there we go. All right, let's try that. All right, there's all of our profit right there. So we bring all that back to our rack. It's not quite 100. That's probably $90 right there. That's a pretty good recovery. All right, so 4, that's a push. All right, well, Justin, you want to type it in? If you'll type it in, we'll run it real quick. Unless it's like super complicated, but if you want to drop it in there, we got time to run it tonight. I don't have any problem doing that at all. And 24, Lord have mercy. Because we're going to need something for recovery here in just a second. That didn't work. All right, so there is 12 chips, and there's 8 chips right there. I'm almost thinking we need to get away from that dozen right there. All right, there's 8 right there. All right, 6. Okay, so there's that $20 profit right there. And let's leave it like we got it here. We gotta move some stuff around. I can't do all that. Right there. Let's go here. So we gotta go 3. What the heck? Can't count. All right, there we go. All right, so now we're set. 8. Okay. All right. Okay, that's it, Justin. So give me a few minutes. We'll run this one out. So we're on spin 10 right here. See if we can get a win here. Maybe we can get 2 wins here and get all of our money back. All right, 23. All right, that's a push. Spin 11. 8 overlapping double streams, $5 each. Add up if you want. Okay. All right, 29. There we go. What did we figure out? Did we say it was a $40 profit? No, it was more than that. It was a $90 profit. Shouldn't have to do this, but there we go. We want to make sure we're paying it out right. I don't want to do anything wrong, and then somebody watch this 3 days from now or a week from now and say I mispaid myself. So, you know, I'm stealing from the casino or something. That's about how it goes. All right, so there's 12 chips there. Let's go 12 chips here. And let's go. Let's do this one. There we go. All right, we're bringing all that back to our rack now. And like I said, that is $10 short of 100. So it's a $90 profit when we hit that. Let's do it again. That $90 profit sure makes a difference. So we only have to have 2 of those for sure to recover the 1 loss. Actually be in profit. All right, 16, that's a push. All right, y'all be thinking about your last spin one-hit wonders as well. I don't see Randall on here. I haven't heard from him tonight. All right, 13, that's a push. Because I think Randall's got 3 wins with the last spin one-hit wonder. And my plan is if you get 5 wins, I'm going to get you a t-shirt made. All right, 32, another push. All right, so Jason says I get 75 profit from 255, 1 on the split. 75. Pretty sure I'm counting it out right. That's 3 chips on the split at $5 a piece. That's 51 chips. And then we put $180 back out there. 17 again. Or 17. It's a push. And a push is a win. All 20 of my chips on the 8-12 corner. Yeah. Oh, man. 2. Lord have mercy. You know. All right. Let's pull the plug on that one. All right. Let's see. So there is $200. So out of $500, we lost $300. So there is $200 right there. Let's see. Let me write that down. And we went 15 spins with it. So we had a $500 buy-in, $200 out. We went 15 spins. Our average was $160 to $180 a spin. Let's say we got 240 again. Let's say we got 240 points again for that session. All right, because that's 160, and then half of that would be 240, give or take. Yeah, 160 because they're asleep. Yeah, we was at a busy pit where they didn't come by but about twice the whole time we were there, if that. Yeah, so that's one thing you got to pay attention to when you're on the ship. You know, when you're playing, you know, you got to get the pit boss's attention every once in a while just to kind of point out, hey, my average is whatever. Because if you don't, they'll be shorting you, okay? You have to be careful with that. All right, let's look at what Justin's got up here real quick. So, let's see. So, Justin says 8 overlapping double streets, $5 each, but you can bump that up if you want, okay? That's 8 at $5, that's $40. Let's buy in for $300 with it. Okay? $300 buy-in. Let me write that down before I forget. All right, $300 buy-in. Now, do we do anything special after that, Justin? You got any particular double streets? Because I like the middle of the table. So if we say 8, there's 8 chips there. Let's see how many bullets we have here. Wait, I only got 200. All right, 300. Lord have mercy. All right, so there's 8 there. We're going to see how many bullets we get out of this. All right, there we go. 7 bullets. All right, so 8. And Justin says, I'm a middle of the table guy like you. Okay. All right, so let's see. So we got overlapping. Okay. Let's see. We got to shift one way or the other. All right. That look right, Justin? Just kind of keep me on track here. So do we do anything special after this? If we get a win, that should be a 3 chips, a 3 chip profit. All right, 11. All right, we're going to rake it, pay it. So there's 5 to 1 right there. And 5 to 1 right there. 7, 8. And it's a 4 chip profit. All right, so 4 chip profit. Let's run this 10 spins and let's see what happens with it. Yep, $20 profit on a $40 bet. It's not bad. 2 wins recovers 1 loss. All right, 10. Not going to rake it. I'm just going to pay it. All right, there's $20 profit right there. Thinking I need to shift. Dad of TikTok. So royal rates per 10 spins, not actual time at the table. Let's see. So emptier table is better. It's hit or miss. I say that a lot. All right, 0. So we lost that. All right, so here's another, our 8 chips. Okay. All right, so yeah, Dad of TikTok. What I have experienced with Royal is every 10 spins, I earn my average in points. So if I can have a $50 average every 10 spins, that's 50 points. Now, on a busy table, you know, you're not going to get, sometimes you will, but you might get 30 spins an hour, give or take. But yeah, on a slow day, like a C day, when you're there by yourself and you're playing the same strategy over and over, the dealers can just run through. Like I went through 15 spins in it wasn't even 15 minutes. It was like less than 15 minutes that he went through 15 spins. So, but I also told the dealer, I think y'all probably saw it on my debrief, that I was going to pay him $5 every 5 spins. So I paid him $1 a spin for 15 spins. And man, he just like run right through it for me. I didn't have one loss the entire time. I had one win, which profited me $15, so that allowed me to pay him the $15 for the session. All right, so we just recovered what we lost. There we go. Not bad. Yeah, and Jason's, let's see. Justin says, I played at green chip level for a $200 average. Yep, yep. And Jason says the fastest you'll get is like the stadium style roulette, 40 spins an hour. Right. And I've seen over 40 spins an hour. I mean, I had close to 50 spins one time. I don't know. Why am I doing that? Why am I raking that? All right, just pay 20. But it's on on the table when I'm by myself, and easy just to set the strategy up. I know exactly where to put my chips, and it's like, spin the ball, man. Let's go. And then, yeah, this one, Dr. S, it needs a ladder. Almost thinking that if you get 2 wins, why not press them up and try to get 1 hit off of it, you know? But, you know, hey, you're grinding out $20 win every time. You know, it ain't bad. I mean, you got a lot of numbers covered, but you're kind of in that block right there. We've been lucky to hit this block right here. If you get on a table that's hitting the ends, you'd be in bad shape. But, you know, hey, you got a lot of coverage. I should have bumped it up. There's another $20 profit right there. All right, let's see. Jason says, wow, that's fast. Yeah. Jason Motley. Hey, Motley. What's up, brother? Let's see. Jason M says, do both. Press on wins, and if you lost, double up for 2. Dad of TikTok. Playing at a real table for the first time Friday on Utopia. Well, good luck with that. Hopefully it works out for you. I know our enchantment cruise last week did not go very well. Well, I'm not going to say it didn't go very well, but it was a grind. But we had some friends of ours. The wife, she hit like $11,000 on the slot machine. Let's do what Jason says right here. Double it. Here we go. Now we're gambling. Let's see. Justin says it only takes 2 wins to recover a loss. Yes. All right. Whoa, gosh. All right. We're going to blame Jason on that loss right there. You know, we didn't lose 40. We lost 80 right there. All right. So let's, oh, Lord. We're going to double it up again. You know, we're going to put 4 chips on each. All right, now we're going crazy. Yeah, I don't know if y'all noticed, but Jason's saying he keeps telling me to double it, double it, double it. Let's see. Oh, we only hit 1 of them. Let's see. So that pays 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we lost these 2. All right. There we go. Come on. We got to hit this middle now. The beauty of martingale. Yeah. I don't know if we'd call it the beauty. This is the beast of martingale, to be honest. I mean, this system will kill you. Oh, Lord. All right. What do we do now? So I got 16 chips to work with. How are we going to get this back? Let's see. We're going to change it up here, Justin. We have gone a little bit too crazy with it. All right, so we're going to go 10 streets. Let's see. Let's not go all of them. Let's alternate here. Let's all right, let's try that. That's why I don't double. Now you tell us, Justin. I mean, you should have told us that to start with. Flat betting is a loser over time. And Swifty, now you take out a loan. Right. Time to charge to the C-Pass. All right, 30. All right, so let's see what happens here. We lost all that. I knew I should have put something on that down there. All right, so that's going to pay 5. And here is 11. All right, so here we go. We're going to reduce them down. All right, so I went from 10 streets, now I'm going to 8 streets. Let's see. Where can we get our best wins at here with this? Let's hit some splits in here. All right, let's see. Let's hit this one. Let's hit that one. Got 1 chip left over. Let's go right there. There we go. Now we're swinging for the fences with this one here. Let's see, 5-step ladder starting at step 2. Jason says, would have won if you had doubled up with that loan. Up on a full loss, down on every 2 wins. All right, here we go. Oh, well, I mean, we didn't lose everything. But I think we lost almost. We lost quite a bit. We lost 5 chips there, so we lost $25. Lord have mercy. All right, let's do it again. Now we have these 3. We're gonna hold those 3. We're gonna get another win off of this. Let's see. Swifty says should have covered the zeros. It's probably not a bad idea. Let's cover it. Let's see what happens here. Go back to 8 double streets. Oh, Lord. A little late for that. We're into it now. Now we're floundering all over the place. So there's 10, 11 right there. There's 8. All right, here we go. Let's try some corners here. I want it in here. Go ahead and get them typed in for me. So 800, 900, $920. That's really not as bad as I was expecting. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, $920. And that's 480. 4, 5, 590. Yeah, 590 points. All right, so 590 points, and we lost $80 over that session. I don't have my calculator. Somebody going to do the math for me. All right, so we lost $80. We earned 590 points for that. Somebody can tell me what our cost per point was for that. I think we did really good, to be honest. All right, let's see. Let's start getting these last spin one-hit wonders in here. Who we got? So Jason M's, you want something right there. If it's just me, one-hit wonder, 9 on 34. Okay, so Jason, you play with black chips. All right, so we're going to give you black chips. Let's put all these back. Where'd those come from? How have I got too many? I don't think I reached that far, did I? Where did I get those extra chips? Oh. Okay, all right, here we go. All right, Jason says 9 on 34th Street. That's 8, there's 9. All right, so 9 on 34th Street, 11 on red. There is 11 on red. All right, Jason, you're in. All right, Andrew. Am I missing anybody above that? Lost audio. Did y'all lose audio? Y'all still got me? That's showing green there. Let's see. Andrew. Andrew, you are blue. Andrew D, you are blue. All right, so let's see. Andrew, 10 chips on 000. All right. There's 10 chips there. 10 chips on 13-17 corner. 13-17 corner. All right, Andrew, you're in. You're blue. All right, who's up next? Oh, Dad of TikTok says we paid 13.5 cents per point. That's pretty good. All right, so let's see. Orange if possible for Dad of TikTok. All right, orange. Orange for Dad of TikTok. All right, let's see what you got there. 10 on middle 12. All right, so there's 10 on middle 12. 5 on 5-11 corner. 5 on 7-11 corner. Okay. And 5 on the basket. All right, there you go. Dad of TikTok, you're orange. Let's see. Dr. S. Dr. S, you are going to be green. All right. Dr. S wants 20 on 8-12 corner. Uh-oh. He's thinking 12 has been on a hot streak, and he's going for it all right there. All right. Let's see. Dr. S, you are green. All right, purple. Let's see. All right, Swift T, I got 20 chips. All you have to do is tell me where to put those 20 chips. Type it in so I can understand it. No minimum anywhere. You just tell me where to put 20 chips. If you can do it real quick, we'll get you in. We'll see how it goes. All right, so Justin, you are purple. And let's see, purple. All right, purple. Here we go. You want 10 chips on 10-7 split. 10-7 split. That's 10 chips for purple. That is Justin. And 10 chips on 22 Street. All right, 10 chips there. All right, Justin, you're purple. All right, Bob. All right, Bob, you are yellow. All right, Bob. Bob wants all on 11-15. I'm assuming that's 11-15 corner. There you go. All right, there we go. So 20 chips on 11-15 corner. All right, that's Bob. All right, who's up next? Jason M. I thought someone posted the one-hit wonder earlier too. I don't think they did. I think that was Justin trying to explain to us this bet here. Let's see. But I can't see it in the scroll. Yeah, I think it was Justin. Swift T. All right, so Swift T, you are red. And that is Swift T-E-E. All right, Swift T, you are red chips. And you want all on the third dozen. All right, there we go. You're all on the red dozen. Swift T, you're red. Let's see, it was Dr. S. We got that. Okay. Let's see, Dad of TikTok, can you slide my 10 middle 12 to first 12? All right, so Dr. S, you are... Dr. S, you're green. So right there. So you want me to slide my 10 middle to first 12. So Dad... Oh, wait, I'm Dad of TikTok. Orange. I got you. Okay, right there. There we go. I think I got it straight now. You wanted to slide that middle to the first. Got you. All right, Patty Frey. Patty Frey. Let's see what we got here. We got pink chips for Patty. That work for you, Patty? Oh, Lord. All right, we're almost down to our last color. Patty Frey says 20 on 4-8 corner. 4-8 corner. Man, y'all are wanting that first dozen to hit, I can tell you. All right. Sounds good. All right, what we got? Is that everybody? Jeez. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. All right, I got 8 of you in here. And there we go. It's due. 34 is due. We'll see. We'll see. All right, there we go. Let's get the wheel spinning. I don't want any cheating. And here we go. Last call. All right, this is our last spin, one-hit wonder. Let's see who our big winner is for tonight. Randall's on a roll. He's got 3 wins. There's a couple of you have 2 wins. See if we can keep it up. Uh-oh. There we go. All right, let's see. We're going to rake the table and let's add them up. Let's see, we got the first 12 here, so that was lost there. This one was lost here. That was lost there. There's that. This is out. This is out. This is out. Oh, Lord. Let's see. So that's 20 chips there. 20 times 8 is 160. So 160 and 160. I think we got a tie. We have a tie. So orange, you lost. You didn't have enough chips out there on that first dozen to recover, to beat them. All right, so we got a tie. This is the first tie we've had. So we have green is Dr. S and Bob is yellow. All right, do y'all want to do a tiebreaker? Or do y'all want to just give them co-winners? Y'all let me know in the chat. If y'all want to hang for another minute, we'll spread their chips around again, and we'll go last spin, one-hit wonder, part 2 for tonight's session. What y'all think? I'm gonna give y'all a chance. Give y'all a chance to let me know how you got it. Y'all should have known 12 was coming. Tiebreaker sounds fun. All right, tiebreaker. So we got Bob and Dr. S. Both of you put in your strategy. Say rebet. 20 chips to work with here. Oh, Dr. S. Dr. S says he wants black. So Dr. S is green for black, and Bob says red. There we go. I like how y'all are thinking here. All right, let's let it spin for a second. I don't want any cheating. Here we go. Last spin, one-hit wonder. Part 2. It's a spin-off. Yeah, not green, Bob, not green. Let's not even think green. Oh, Lord, it was almost green. Red. All right, there we have it. So tonight's winner is Bob. Bob, you are tonight's winner of the last spin one-hit wonder. And if we'd have put it all on there, you would have won $160 there. You would have had $180 to put on there, so you would have had, you know, a lot more. You had $360 to work with if we was playing for real money. All right, guys. Well, I appreciate you guys joining me tonight on Sunday Night Spins. Really enjoyed the last spin one-hit wonder tonight. It was a lot of fun. And I'll be on here next Sunday. I plan to go live again next Sunday, so be sure to join. And if you haven't hit that like button for me. And if you're not subscribed, make sure to hit subscribe to 35-1 Roulette Cruisin'. And until next time, happy cruising. We'll see y'all. Bye.